Alright, this video is for Wednesday, November 19th. The announcements are this coming Sunday we have our Parent Appreciation Night. We have some things coming up in December, which we'll talk about here in the next week or so, but we do have a Parent Appreciation Night this coming Sunday. I'll talk more about that tonight for those who signed up, and hopefully your parents have already RSVP'd to me by now, and so it'll be $10, and that'll be right after the evening service on Sunday evening. The teen of the day today is Amanda. This is her last time as a teen of the day, as she is kind of graduating from youth group and up to the main service and all that. And she asked prayer for her family issues, also for her work and her living situation. For all those things, you just pray for her, and also with the decisions in life and her walk with God, that you would pray for her, that she would make wise decisions, that she would walk with God faithfully, and that would be evident in the decisions she makes. So pray for her today, let her know you're praying for her, and tell her that you'll continue to pray for her even after she's no longer a teen of the day, okay? The thought is going to come from Romans chapter 1 this morning, and it was on our t-shirt for camp 2 years ago. It wasn't this orange t-shirt, but it was the red one 2 years before that, and it's Romans 1:16, and it says this: "For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jews first, and also to the Greek." There is such an encouragement in that verse for anybody who's trying to live correctly, that I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Christ. To be ashamed of something, we recognize in our culture a lot. Sometimes people are ashamed of their parents. They try and act, the kids who get off they ask their parents to drop them off like a mile before school so they don't have to be seen with them, being ashamed in that way and all that stuff. But what the Bible says is that we don't have to be ashamed of the gospel. In other words, we don't have to be ashamed of living differently than everybody else does. I don't have to be ashamed of recording a shock therapy video in a public Starbucks where people are indeed right now looking at me because I'm recording a video, staring at my phone, looking at it and talking to it. We don't have to be ashamed of that. Why? Because the gospel of Christ is our life. It's our lifeblood. It's who we are. So therefore, we're not ashamed of it, because it's the power of God to everyone that believes. It's what gives us the power in life to go on and do things day by day. So my challenge for you today is this: are you ashamed? Are you ashamed of the gospel of Christ? Because if you're ashamed, man, people are going to be able to tell that. They're going to see you're not living like Christ. But if you're not ashamed, if you're unashamed of the gospel of Christ, man, people will be able to see that you live Christ-like. I love you guys.